forced to fight the general in front
I've
of
tried that shit. Do you see how he just stood up? I'm gonna turn the volume down and run the clip back. How the fuck did he? You know how like when people are in that like knee, they're sitting on their knees with their hands on the like top of their knees, basically in like a prayer position, and that nigga stood to his feet often. Like that shit is hard as hell. You gotta have all kind of conditioning and all, bruh. I don't know what else you need, but you can try it if you want to. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. You see the boy go, Joe and Miguel, the one of the most racially motivated fights in anime history. But this ain't even about them, bro. It says the best action movie of all time by our friend Zephyr. I don't know how I'm not subbed to you, bro. I'm tripping. Let me go ahead and fix that so I don't look like a fraud. Now, it's showing them right here, but we're talking about from the thumbnail. It was the thumbnail from Ip Man 1, where he bodied the 1v10 of him versus the Japanese soldiers. Now, I ain't gonna say too much because the video is 34 minutes, and we're gonna watch all of it. Damn, I almost burnt my, I'm sorry. We're gonna watch all of it, bro. And so, probably, you know, just kick back, get comfortable. I'm gonna eat this cookie dough, and we gonna enjoy the scene. I'm gonna try to keep my yapping a little bit to a minimum because the video was long, so we'll just see what it turns into when I'm done. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the comments. Damn.
Oh yeah.
How have I never noticed that? Hell no. Hell no, I'm going back. I'm going back. And I'm slow-moing. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah.
Oh,
it low-key is, because this one from JJK, this is where he ends that punch that sends him across the city, and right at a certain point of this, he's gonna, like, he's contact with left, that right, he's gonna Ming on his shit, right? And then he ends up punching him in the face, backing his head into the pole, knocking him cold out and finishing him off. I did not know that was going to be like that, but I'm sorry. Let me go ahead. See, this is going to be difficult for me not to keep pausing throughout this video.
I know y'all see this. This is what you call real hands. As you know, we've covered the best of the best on this channel. The Raid, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and besides Jackie vs. Benny and The Raid 2, which I've both covered on my second channel, one of the most highly requested movies I've been recommended to cover is Yip Man. Now, I have to admit to you guys, I haven't seen any of these movies. I know, I'm a fraud.
You need to leave!
I remember seeing Yip Man 1's cover on Netflix all the time as a kid when it used to be on there, but I just never watched it. So I was really watching this movie for the first time.
Okay. He has seen it to make this video. I thought he was going to say he's just going to be reacting to the fight or the fights from it.
Blind, and I'm telling y'all right now, I was watching like, wait. This is one of the greatest action movies of all time. With a movie this fire, I don't know why it took me this long to find it out and cover it, but I'ma make sure I give this film its due justice. Let's get into it right now. DJ, play my... So the movie actually starts off in this...
This got too many good fights. It got too many good fights. This... Excuse me, I had a bit of an interruption. There's just a little split right here, but let's go.
Festival. The townspeople going crazy July 4th. But during this festival, this guy right here loses a kite. Now keep this in mind because it's actually a very important detail. And then we get to Yip Man, having some dinner with his fam, having a grand old time. Until this martial arts master comes in, begging Yip Man to run the fade. And when I mean begging for the fade, I mean begging. This man really said, yo, I hear you're really strong. Let's fight. My dog sounding like Son Goku, and Yip Man's like, nah, today ain't the day. I'm eating with my fam right now. And he has the audacity to say, oh, okay, I'll wait. What?
Yeah, this nigga is like, they do not let him live. He's like, no, I came here to fight. We're going to fight. And he's like, no, I'm not really trying to do that right now. I'm just cooling. That's all right. Well, when you're done cooling, I'll be sitting right here waiting for that ass.
The way I would have suplexed this man out of my house. What do you mean? Wait, leave me alone. And he was not capping. He dead sat there waiting for them to finish eating. Look, I wouldn't even have been able to eat. I would have had to kick the nigga out my house. But as they finish eating, Yip Man's wife knows what's up, and she leaves before they run the fade. But before she walks out the room, she gives this stare of disapproval. And I want y'all to keep her in mind too, because I'm going to be yelling about her. But Yip Man and this master agree to keep the match private regardless of the result, and they get ready to scrap. And if you remember the kite kid from earlier, while he grabs the kite, he ends up peeping these two sparring, and what he sees is a sight to behold.
Yep, fight number one. Display number one.
And Yip Man starts it off with a dual parry. Deflect. Keep the lack of expression in his face. He's staring at bro like he D-Rose. Parry. Parry again. He tries to hit a behind the back. Deflect it and get out of here. He tries to kick.
Effortless.
Nope, and gets launched across the room. But we get right
that
back
was
to it.
The martial arts movie shit right there. You know, they had to give him on the little float back. But honestly, bro, it's shit like this, like the Wing Chun style, that makes martial arts so interesting to me, because you see how aggressive he's coming through. He don't even care. This nigga just ate. He's he's fully encumbered.
Block chop, and he pulls something crazy right here. Mid chop immobilizes his right arm, which forces him to attack with the left, but he fell for the bait. He's a goofy. Flicks his arm away like how Jonah Hill flicks away vegetables. Keeps his right arm gripped in a lock and nails the hit. One on the gut, the next on the chin. You know what? Take this slap too. The mentor tries to
and he's like, he's barely
connecting
though. He's barely connecting these. He's just letting you know, like, if you really gave me a problem, you've been open this many times. You haven't been able to touch me, and you've been open this many times.
Fake, only to cross his arms like he hit in the Oppa Gangnam style to slam him off. But you not getting lost away. This ain't Dragon Ball. Pulls his arms close and grabs his eyes. I thought he was gonna hit the Omni-Man, but nah. He starts drum rolling my guy's chest, only to hit him with a bam, palming that man in the face. Give me 5. And he tries to charge back in again. Parry, psych, reels him in, hits him with the Denzel choke. Push back out, kick, reel in again, Michael Jordan, only to get put down to the ground, and Ip Man shows him what he would have done if this was a for real fight. Landing nothing but continuous hits to the dome. Would have gave him a CTE that smiles back, no goldfish. And that ends that first matchup. And you know what I said earlier.
Thanks for taking it easy on me.
Ip Man and this master agree to keep the match private regardless of the result. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. That was a straight lie. Because the kite kid from earlier goes to the town and starts telling everybody that the mentor lost. And obviously, the master finds out. And this causes an entire scuffle at the restaurant. The kite kid being like, why you mad at me, dog? You lost.
I did not. Mr. Electric, send this nigga to the penis explosion chamber and have it penis exploded immediately.
But the kite guy's brother, whose name is Lin,
crazy,
tries to break up the dispute. And he ends up pulling his brother's pants down to embarrass him for spreading the rumor on the master. And nah, in front of the whole gang, the workers, and even the huz.
Right, like, did you really have to do that? Like, did you really, like, see that they used to be doing vile shit back in the day, because it's just like, there's no regulation. Who's gonna stop you, right? It's just like, and everybody laughing at you. I know it was cold outside that day too. He can't even.
And things continue to escalate until this police officer comes by. Now this guy right here is gonna piss me off later, but he comes into this restaurant saying, "Look at all y'all fools fighting."
Oh yeah, that's the nigga that's a sellout. Oh, that's right.
In a restaurant, I still learning karate. Niggas got guns now, folk. What are y'all gonna do when I up into your dome like this? And I'm telling you, his face was.
Why are you scared? I thought you just said the gun was fired.
Looking at him like, please, Ip, I need this. He really knew it was over for him. And that ends the scene at the restaurant. Now, all this is very important. All you need to remember is Master Louis, Lin, Yuan, and the police officer. But Yip Man comes back home with Lin, and they begin training, which is something the wife is not pleased with. Especially after Yip Man did his childlike ease.
Really? Nah, bro. Why'd you give him a platinum for that?
And he said, F them kids. But Ip Man's lessons start drawing a crowd, and his expertise at martial arts starts drawing too much attention. Cause we move on to the next day, and this gang is patrolling around the city, looking for any strong martial artist they could find. They heard this town was known for its martial arts, and they wanted to see if they was bout it. And the gang member's name right here is Jin. And I'm telling you, he's running fades with the whole town, starting with this master right here.
He came through like... He was like, "What the fuck fight style is this?" I don't believe that this is real. I think that this is just for the fact that it's a martial arts movie. He has to come up with something. But the other dude came through and trying to body. Well, he did. He bodied everybody except for him.
Unk starts the fight off, throwing every gang sign in the book. Threw up everything but blood, but don't worry though, he gonna be throwing up blood real soon. They start going back to back, and this is where Jin starts hitting that Aisha Curry in the kitchen, cooking straight bullshit.
No, Minnie is a young. I'm not even gonna do it. I was gonna say Minnie's a young. Oh, she can't cook.
Seen someone hit a double knee into a post-up back kick that somehow landed though, and nah, don't look around like we ain't see that, nigga. We did. Your ass. He charges back in again. We get a weave block into a double hit on the cranium and the leg. Got that man disconnected like an AirPod. And then Ronaldo side volleys this nigga in the head. But Unk is just fighting for his life. Block. Jin done dropped him down the sides like it's a Mario mushroom. Great block. Shin hit in a high kick weave. Jin hits him with a chop. When he tries to rebound, denied. But Unk low-key still had it. He was out here moving like MJ. And despite getting every attack blocked, hits a jump split to his face, but gets swept like LeBron.
Is that even possible? I need to look at this again. Look how he jumped up.
And despite getting every attack blocked, hits a jump.
How the fuck do you jump up, clap both legs across somebody's head,
split to his face,
and drop back down and land it, bro? You know how much air you gotta get for that shit?
Jin finishing it off with a fadeaway punch right to his dome. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This whole town better pray. The next dojo owner was literally watching this entire fight, and he was not ready.
That's how he waved into the crowd. He said, "Hell no!"
Knock the other mentor out, and he was like, "Fuck no, baby." He then had the audacity to stand in the back with a weapon too, talking about some, "You looking for me?" Man, you corny. This man immediately went and grabbed his mouse tool in the back. He knew that he could not run hands with this nigga. But Jin was prepared for this. He brought a weapon of his own. And this is where he gets into round 2.
No lie, the Nuggy Nuts is kind of fire, but he's not gonna make it look like so.
I'm seeing parries and deflections all over the place. Jin starts swinging his sword around like someone in a playoff crowd, but he gets denied. And my man tries a jump shot swing in the air to his head. Jump shot so clean, I thought he greened that bit. But not only does the master weave the strike, he almost chops his legs off mid-jump. But even that's not throwing him off, because before he lands, he tries a strike, flip back, counter, a sweep behind the back, and a drop kick. And that drop kick was so
How are you
clean,
landing
the other
that?
nigga looking up like, dude, that was Belitzi. And for the rest of this match, he begins to straight embarrass bro. And he finally puts him down for the count.
Damn.
He looks up at the dojo
These
next
niggas
door,
benching
and
cinder
they out there
blocks?
shook beyond belief. Look at the nigga in the back. He is straight perplexed. And when Jin looks up to the neighbors, he's like, where your master at, nigga? And they so shook, they straight up lie, saying that he's not even present. We get back to Yip, and he's trying to be a family man. But when the son had that happen the other day, he took it personally. Did him just like how he did him, straight ignored his dumb ass. And just when he's trying to make it right with his fam, Lin comes in from behind the gate. I know my dog was tight as hell. The moment Lin said something, peep the wife.
This nigga gonna die.
Nah, after seeing this movie, I truly pray for all my niggas that are getting married. But Lin's like, yo, I know your wife's on your tip right now, but the YNs are in town running everybody's
Right, you can't do that. Nigga can't do nothing. He's just like, oh. Bro. And then if you watch movie number 3, his wife gets sick. Spoiler alert, by the way, I'm sorry, but she ends up getting sick, and so he stops fighting almost entirely to spend all the time with her. And then she eventually is just like, no, that's not you. I'm used to the you that's constantly practicing and fighting. Don't start being soft with me now, even though my time here is limited. Like, you see what I mean? They be telling you, bro, you better keep doing you, because if you start slowing it down, that's not.
We need you to fight, master. Nah, bruh. I do so much as make a fist. She not giving me poom poom till one piece over. What? Nigga, that's never. Exactly. Y'all gotta handle that on your own. I ain't about it. And he tactically leaves before the wife comes in to beat his ass. But the moment Lin leaves, she gives Yip yet another stare.
You see how this woman looks? Nigga, this is not bad. This is another category. Nigga, this bitch is. God damn, she look good, nigga.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you sleeping on that couch with no buns tonight. That's tough. And if you want to see what Jin's up to, well,
back to it.
He immediately gets into the next match with the master from earlier. And this one a blockbuster. We started off with a sidekick. Block. Master Louis denying bro like a Twitch girl to a chud. Block, weave, block, out, bitch. Yeah, you getting nothing free off Jin. He's hitting every single lick. But we get back into it. I don't know what this nigga just did, but block, slap, chop. High kick denied. Jin tries to go for the chest, but almost gets clapped out of existence.
Dang.
This is where the master starts moving a little sloppy after missing 2
I'll be
blows,
so pissed.
Decides to go for
You
a
done spilled how many
backward-
fucking drinks was that? You done spilled how many? Not even just in the car.
Yeah, this is where
On
the
me,
master starts moving a little
3-4 drinks. Just.
sloppy after missing 2
I'm suing the motherfuck out of that Sonic. I don't give a damn.
blows. Decides to go for a backwards kick in the middle of the fight. Like, nigga, did you really think this was gonna work? And gets the lights kicked out of them. He somehow gets back up and they charge at each other again. And look at these mirror attacks, man. This monkey see monkey do fight. He tries to kick to his ass but gets blocked at the buzzer. And we get a block, nigga. Fuck your block. Yeah, this nigga started punching so hard it was ignoring the defense.
It wasn't even work.
He tries
It's
a butterfly
fucking
kick, but Master
ignores
Lou blocks
15%
and
armor
rolls
and
him
shit.
up mid-attack. And this nigga still kicks him in the ribs. And this is where he really
You're getting
finishes
bodied,
him off,
my guy.
rushing him with a
Oh my
bunch of
God, that's
attacks.
Superman.
Misses the high kick, but hits a spinning drop kick, sending that boy flying across the map. I'd be sick as hell if I was Louis. This is the second time you
Bro, come on. Like, look at how many motherfuckers he done fought now, and he still ain't got, he's not tired or nothing. These are all masters. This is master number 3, and he's still not tired, and he's damn near unscathed. Like, how the fuck is he doing this?
You've been embarrassed in front of the whole town. Yeah, after something like that, I'm probably airing the whole town out. And that boy left the dojo straight tight. He was like, damn, can none of y'all niggas run a fade? They go out to eat and they're still talking their trash. They went on a 4-0 sweep against the strongest people in this town. You know they feeling themselves. Only for the shop owner to come in like, man, y'all niggas sorry as hell. Huh? If you want to see if you really about it, go fight Yip. And once he heard that, he dropped his noodles immediately. Nothing was more important than that fade.
He said, oh, so there's somebody else here. Okay.
Jin as he goes to confront Yip Man. Hello, Yip Man. My name is Jin. I came all the way from... I ain't asked for a TED Talk, little bro. You here to run the fade or not? Oh, well, of course. Are you gonna duel with me, sir?
No, nigga.
Now leave my premises, Birchan, nigga. Yeah, my man Yip was denying every shot that they tried. It was actually hilarious. It got to the point where they followed him inside, and you know the wife was not playing that.
Once again.
She got up and hit that.
Oh, hell no.
Scolding the whole crowd, and Ip Man's moving
Right, she
like
got up
Kevin
like she
Hart.
was
His
finna
wife
do the
doing all
fight.
Talking, and he's like, period, you go, girl. While standing 10 feet back, and Jin calls him out, calling him soft and all types of names like he Almighty J.
You went live and said you pop niggas. You don't pop niggas. You went live and said you whoop niggas. You don't whoop niggas. You went live and said niggas know how you get down. Nobody know how you get down.
And once that man said,
Bro,
"I'll beat
nobody-
this guy
no,
with one
everybody
hand,"
else
that's when
said
the
it,
wife
not
said,
me.
Enough is enough. Turned to Yip Man and said, you could beat his ass, just don't break my things. And she walks out the living room. The police officer
Hey,
dude
at
from
least- at
earlier
least-
comes in to escort
You got to give her that credit right there. At least because they were trying to talk shit on his name, like he's not like that. And she was just like, "Oh, you guys is gonna disrespect the house and act like he won't fold your ass? Okay. Finish this nigga off, but don't break none of my shit." And he was like, "All right, bet, cool."
the entire crowd out, but before he does, he goes
Regulated
to
by
Hitman's
the
ear and
police.
whispers, "You have to avenge us." Yeah, this city's known for martial arts, and this upstart just comes in and beats all y'all's ass. It's like those anime that got characters that haven't been beat for thousands of years, only to lose to a 15-year-old. But the room clears out, and this is where we get to the fight. And when they start this bit, Jin immediately lets it fly. This nigga threw up not one, not two, not three, but 4 attacks before Hitman even had to block. You just threw that shit up knowing it's not gonna work. And this is where we get beautiful hands from Imp. Elbow block, fast attack, disconnected. Drop, up high, down low, too slow. We get a block into whatever the f this is. Yeah, that nigga just trying anything at this point. F wrong with him. Block, elbow block into a flying right. Barely even graze, bro. He lands, misses 2 twirls, a block, and hits them folks. Only to get blocked like he's trying to get back with his ex. But Jin's still trying to apply
This shit
pressure.
it's so crazy to like watch the, if you watch how they meet on these choreo, like it's for the sake of the movie, they're choreographed a little bit, a lot of the time, but it's like in the sense of how the system works, Wing Chun is designed to work exactly as he's using it. It's like a defense type of fighting style, not even straight up offense. So it's like everything he does, he's trying to meet you where you're at like turn your pressure, like your velocity from 15 to 0, or even for that matter accelerate it to 20 so it'll throw you off when you're doing it. That shit is rough.
Pump fake, block, reverse, low attack, fit grab, weave, no, weave again. We get 1, 2, 3 blocks like a lick to a Tootsie Pop.
And y'all see it right here. This is the nigga that learned from him right here. This nigga is, you already know Bruce Lee on the shirt, you dig me, but he's the one that learned from this guy right here.
Sweep into
so how cold do you think he was, at least by comparison?
Missing and destroying the vase. Yeah, that's the one thing Ip Man's wife told you not to do. I promise you he's losing his life tonight. Hello? Only for Jin to say, I'll pay, and they continue boxing. But Jin comes back in with a bicycle.
What are you gonna pay with?
He proceeds to go 0 of 6 from the field. Nigga, I'm watching Ip Man, not Paul George highlights. Nasty wind up here, but missed. And he ain't hitting nothing. He getting rejected so much you think he's a guy best friend. So he decides to
you will
hit
never
a
catch me in
flipping
public.
axe kick and lands right on the
At least
table.
losing again.
But before we could get back to the fight, Ip Man's son comes in, continuing to be the nigga that nobody invited. And he's saying, Mom said you gotta hurry up the fight or you're getting no buns. And nah, after this, my boy Ip started moving like Vegeta.
Like, okay,
once
son,
he heard
I'll
no
see you in a
buns, he
moment.
said,
Fuck no, baby.
but he charges back in again. I see a sweep, kicks the leg, catches the rebound, kick back. Jin's still throwing out these combos, but like Drake inside Rihanna, he cannot finish. He got so desperate, he tried throwing in a headbutt in the middle. Buddy, I honestly think your fists have more inside it than your head. And Ip chops him over. He flips right back up, and now you got Ip Man hitting the bachata on your ass, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. GG's. We get a kick that's
That nigga
weak,
emoted.
step back, a block and a kick at the same time. Deflect, make it 808s on your ass. Chop.
Game.
And that damn near puts Jin down for the count, but he gets back up and he got no
Oh, yeah,
other
that's right, he
option
comes back.
than
I was
to
gonna say,
up
ain't
the
this when he,
pole. And I can't lie to you, he does it in a really
We'll get
cold
there when
way.
the film
Just
gets
watch
there.
this.
Oh yeah, never mind. Here we go. Yeah, bro, you lost me. Ultra
Yeah, I
instinct.
ain't gonna lie, brother. You got it. Ip Man just embarrasses him again. He literally fights him back with a duster and starts disciplining the nigga like an African
Whooped his
parent.
ass.
And after giving him all these beatings, he has no choice but to surrender. Jin gets kicked out of town, and the entire city praises Ip Man as a hero, going around getting free stuff from
He's one of
every
them
single
ones.
shop in town. I just know he living the sweet life. No Zach. But what goes up must come down. And these good days go eventually come to an end. But after this, we get a time skip. On July 7th, 1937, the catalyst
There
of
we
World
go.
War II
Okay.
commenced with
I
Japan
forgot. I was like,
invading
when is this
China,
taking place
turning
again?
everyone's life in the town in peril. Got China looking like the slums of Gotham. And the invasion got so bad, Ip Man literally had to give up his house for literal scraps. This man gave up his $1,000 watch for a bowl of rice. What type of exchange is
Bro, that shit is crazy. Like, have you seen in the one that I posted before this one, I was saying, like, it's at a time period where it's just like, you do what they say or else, practically. So, like he said, you got to give up everything. You ain't even got the Chinese mansion no more. You ain't got your watch is gone. That nice hat you was wearing when you was walking through the town with your family, that's
this?
all over with. You gotta drop
Never
everything.
mind. But
for
they were so
minimals.
broke, Ip Man had to give up martial arts completely just so he
had
wouldn't
to get
eat
a
all
job
the
and
food that they
shit.
had. Not to mention his wife was overly sick too. Nah, bro, this nigga's life was terrible. But Ip Man dead frying me. He going through the brokest point of his entire life with no job in sight. Nah, niggas will be so broke the air will be expensive, but they still refuse to become employed. But life becomes so hard for Ip Man, he has no other choice but to get a job. Yes,
No.
Ip Man commits everyone's fear of getting a job and works at a coal mine. But this is where he meets the restaurant guy from earlier, and he tells him he has not seen his brother ever since that encounter at the restaurant. And please keep that in mind, it's a very important
Oh,
detail.
nigga, it's
While
your
we're at the
fault.
mines, we learn that the police officer from earlier done copped a plea deal. Yes, he moving like Gunna, dare I say young thug, a whole rat,
Yep, he
becoming
sold
an
out. Now he
interpreter for
worked
the
for the-
Japanese,
he
the
worked for them.
enemy. But he tells them the Japanese got a tournament. If any Chinese man can beat one
Right, y'all saw it in the other one, if you did. But y'all saw it in the other one. He was over here talking about some oh yeah, man, tell him what your name. He wants to know what your name is. He said, I'm just a Chinese man. He was just like, oh yeah, his name is It Man. Like, why you? I told you, I didn't tell you to tell him what my name was, nigga. Why you over here telling? He ain't supposed to know that shit. But you wanna tell him my name so he could find me at any point in time, like.
One Japanese black belt, you get a free bag of rice for the whole fam. And that boy got up quick. He said, fight Japanese people? Oh, say less. And Lin immediately goes off with him. And once he arrives, we get to the dojo. And I'm not gonna lie, I love the cinematography here. The lighting, elite. Especially when you see the fights that go on here later, this lighting really sets the mood. And when we get to the dojo, we see Master Louis going crazy on this black belt. My dog was putting straight hands on him and he knocks him out the mat. But once Master Louis
yeah,
leaves
they were
with his
fighting
bag
for real.
of rice,
This is like that same physical boost you get from prison. They say that because you're constantly in fight or flight mode, you get a testosterone boost. So that means that's why they be getting bulky and fucking buff all the time, because you're constantly on high alert. Like you have to be aware because you got to be ready to box at any point in time. So now he in here fighting for his spoils. That's what's up. That's a good transfer of skills.
Top General Miura steps into the ring, requesting to fight 3 Chinese men at once. And Lin is sadly one of the victims. And I'm not taking that statement lightly. I'm talking someone who's forced to listen to Playboy Cardi. They all start with these Power Ranger stances, and look at Miura. Boy, if you don't get, I'm not gonna lie, I think bro's
He's not
controller froze.
not
There's nothing you
phased.
should be staring at, my guy.
Nigga's
When he runs
AFK.
right in, hits him with the shabba.
He's out of here.
Both at the same time, reflect jab elbow into a dual kick. This nigga hit in the
See, that
Jordan.
move is more possible.
And he knocks him flat
That's
out.
more
Lin
possible.
gets
Not
back
that
in the
one where
field,
they
hitting
went
this
inward.
very
That's fake.
necessary backflip. Right into a miss. 2 blocks, another weave. Step back like he James Harden. 2 more dodges, a step down, and a... Yeah, he waking up right next to Kobe, bro. It's over. And Miura doesn't even let him land from this attack. He immediately turns around and slams his back, sending bro
How the
flying
fuck
across
do you,
the
like,
ring.
see,
And
bro,
after
they
seeing
landed
this, 2
shit
of
that
the
you
other
wouldn't even
fighters
think you
were
could
like,
do.
and surrender the moment they get the chance. But Lin ain't no beard. She said, F all that. Running right in for some more. But once I saw this, and Miura
it's over
straight
with what you-
pieces bro up. Disrespected him so much, he
Who
wasn't
did you
even...
think you was, nigga? You're a lowly local Chinese nigga. Did you think you could fuck with me? I am the general of the Japanese military. You ain't get that when you came in here? Like, what the, you thought that you was gonna catch me with an off guard? Nigga said, he had the hand right here, like, yeah, valve off me, bitch. Like, yeah, it's over.
Blocking anymore. He was just punching his attacks back at him. And Lin really sealed his fate when he spit his blood in Miura's face, basically confirming that his life is going to end
He just
tonight.
activated
With
rage
Miura
mode.
kicking him across the arena, laying him down for the count. And that was the last
He
breath
tried to block
took in
that
his
hard
life.
that
You done
it
effed up
took
his
that
reach with
long
this
to
one,
respond
Lin.
to
Rest
it.
in peace. And trust me when I say your death will not be in vain. Because the next day, Ip Man finds out that his man still ain't there. With him coming up to the interpreter being like, yo, where's my mans? And him being too embarrassed to tell him the truth, ignores Ip Man. And it begins to bother him to the point where he decides to pull up and fight, just so we can find out what happened to Lin. And because of that, we go right back to the dojo. And when we get back, we see Master Louis getting yet another bag of rice. He running a kill streak in there. And you know, he started to feel himself. He requests to fight 3 all at once. And I ain't even gonna lie, brother, you got too much dip on your chip. You trying to fight 3? I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man. But I'll give him his props. He put up an incredible fight. Parry, weave, block, beautiful connect. Lacking, nigga. He starts deflecting them all, and peep how he's using his elbows to quickly maneuver his hands. I'm gonna pull up the martial arts style on the screen. He's clean with it. But he blocks the kick, tries to hit him with the same throw he did to Jin. Throws him over and flat on his ass and gets punished again.
It worked on
But
him,
peep
though.
the elite rebound.
Ooh, that's some decline crunches right there.
Mr. Terrific, I see you. But he gets right back to the fight. Block, kick, turnaround, kick. He tries to throw again, only to get drop kick to the chest. And
You should have just put him right there in front of you or something.
Now y'all really attacking in sync too. Who are y'all niggas? Asian One Direction? Don't you mean K-pop? Yeah, K-pop. And Master Louis cops the plea, surrendering
Oh, yeah, he
the
got
battle,
hit in his
but
gonads,
because he
of course.
lost, one of the Japanese officials shoots him in cold blood, leaving him flat on the ground. I guess he
With a
really
German
upped the
gun.
K and let it pop.
I think.
Get the fuck out of the pool!
And this left Ip Man all the way pissed.
Right,
With
he
him
saw that
walking
shit
to
live
the
action.
match
Oh,
and
yeah, that's a wrap.
requesting to fight 10 black belts at once. And this had everyone in the crowd shocked. They thought they were getting deceived.
And we just saw this. We just saw this. You seen how the fate that they have suffered. So I don't have to get hype and scream about it a second time. But seeing it over again is still gonna hit. Man, let it rock. Let it rock.
This is the real deal. And you guys have already shown me this fight on stream. But seeing this fight, knowing the context, makes it 10 times better than it ever was. I would say it's in my top 5 live action fights of all time, knowing the context. And I'm gonna show y'all why right now.
Oh, and you got the OG Dragon Ball playing?
And what I love about this fight, this is the
Squad
only
wiping
time
episode 3.
Ip Man really lets loose. No defense, no holding back, just nothing but straight hands.
Straight
and it starts
hands.
with the first one rushing in with
I
a
don't know,
windmill, only to get
you just knew
blocked,
that it was gonna be
slammed,
that.
and stepped on the jaw. Yeah, that nigga tried.
Am I hearing knocks? The fuck is that? That ain't my door, or whatever the fuck it was knocking at. It ain't my shit.
Trying the new looks max method. We get a block slap, weave jab.
Smack,
This
bing,
man gets
swing,
Millie
bing, bing,
Rock
swing,
to
bing,
the
bing, bing.
bench. And he turns around and does
He's
this
outta
nigga
here.
bad
Slap that
crab
nigga off
slap,
screen.
folds his
Bing.
arm into a permanent Naruto run position and starts
Had this shit on his
beating
back.
this nigga
Bing,
skull.
bing, bing,
Strips him
bing,
to the floor
bing,
and
bing.
completely breaks
X-ray,
his arm
yeah.
to roll to the other side. Nah, this nigga is crazy. He gets back up, grab, got my nigga hitting the splits, and doesn't like how Batman does Gotham.
A
after
Marine? Of
single
course it was a
parking
Marine
ticket
doing that
and
shit.
turns his leg completely perpendicular. We got a
Ah.
block. This man high flies and
That nigga landed on his
misses.
sack
I
on the
don't know
floor. That's
where
not
you're aiming,
real.
my nigga. We get a slap.
Nah,
by
I
one,
I wouldn't want it to be real, should I say? You know, that probably definitely can happen to you, but it ain't gonna happen to
one
me.
free with a block and a kick, puts him down, and he turns this man into 808s. He punching on his chest like a Ken Carson beat. And Ip Man just continues to do these fools bad. Watch this. Fake, goofy, reversal knee.
Me.
Bringing him round the ropes.
He's probably
and covers
stunned.
his
He's
mouth
probably
and flips
lagging
him to the
already
ground.
with that one. The
He
knee to
flips
the
another
nostrils.
and just shatters his lower back and just pins him
Jeez,
down.
me.
And it took 6 niggas to be laid out, and 3 of them not even having the capacity of using more than one limb. For the remaining to be like, oh yeah, let's jump this
Let's just
nigga.
jump him.
And this right here is
Oh, wow.
beautiful. He's
Look, see?
dodging all these hits like how a politician will dodge any actual questions. And we really gonna break it down. He's gonna parry one.
I promise I haven't seen Zeph's version of this. It's just that's exactly what my brain is thinking at the moment in time.
In
I'm
the
sorry.
same hand motion, block 2 at once. Weaves him right here, peeps 2 attacks coming from his left and the right. And he decides to parry 2, weave 2, strike 2. And this is where he starts blitzing these niggas with slaps. Watch this. Deflect.
Ooh,
Mix up
bing,
with 2
bing,
slaps.
bing, bing.
Backhands this nigga from across
Bing, bing,
the
bing, bing.
map.
It's like,
Block against slap,
he's
block,
rapid.
slap,
Bing,
block,
bing,
slap.
bing,
And he
bing,
then
bing,
added
bing.
a punch at the end too. Goddamn,
That
I
nigga
almost
like
left.
rolled
And he
up
really
with it though. Like that's the crazy part about it, is that when you reach a certain skill level, it's like they all just follow. It's not like a strike, strike, strike. It's like strike, roll, bing, 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 bing. It's like they all are in tandem with one another. Like it's flow, being like water, like
from
Bruce Lee
across
said.
the map. Block against slap, block slap, block slap, and he did added a punch at the end too. God
Like, you
damn,
see how he's
almost
like,
left. And he
he
really
follows
started
up like a
beating the last
punch,
one's chest
bing,
in so bad.
bing,
Just listen to
Bing,
this.
like
And all that was left was one.
it was getting
Nah, bro,
demolished.
why are you still
That
even
nigga
here,
is
my
scared.
nigga? I'll give him his props. He still stood to.
I'm trying to think like, oh, he's about to make a comment about it, but this is like, you got to think, bro. You can't, even after you just saw 9 of your 10 get wiped and you're just standing here on the outside, you're like, bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? You can't, it's not like he can be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't fuck with you, bro. I'm not going to do that fight. Because if you do, you're going to dishonor the Japanese and you are going to get blasted. more likely than not. So it's just like, what are you even supposed to? He had to take the ass whooping, and just so he might have been the one who got it the worst.
Well, he pissed himself. Hitman really did him the worst too. He just started punching his skull in with no remorse, over and over. I swear this nigga's dead, and that leaves Hitman,
he probably
the
is,
sole victor of this battle. And as Hitman walks off from that match, General Miura stops him. He asks for Hitman's name, and instead of giving him the information, Hitman simply says that he's a regular Chinese man. And although Hitman think he ducked his final confrontation, General Miura already has his eyes set on him as his final opponent. We get to the next day and the police officers visiting Hitman. He tries to talk to him, but
they didn't include it. But when he leaves from there, he grabs the bag stained with his friend's brains on it, brings it to the family to say he fought for you guys to be fed, but unfortunately he was wronged by the Japanese. I wish you guys the best. And they were crying, but he left. And then this nigga walks up and he was just like, yeah, the general wants to talk to you, and he's slapped the shit out of him. Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he tried to have a normal conversation, but Hitman was not playing that. Yelling at him, saying, how dare he leave to work with the Japanese? You betrayed our race. And the policeman is trying to plead his case, and it sounded just like the Hood Avatar.
Back on us. Man, you know what I went through? Nigga, you ain't the only nigga that went through some shit.
Quite literally, yeah, this is the perfect example.
And Hitman walks off, not trying to hear any of that bullshit. And we see Hitman walking off to the most majestic melody to ever grace my headphones. Who is making love to my ears right now? I'm telling you, the OSC of this movie is actually 101. But Hitman is sadly still in the trap. He's real life making no type of bread. He came home that night and brought this for dinner.
This shit look like a rock.
Yeah, they really out here eating rock sandwiches.
Like,
something gotta change. He decides to visit one of his old rich friends from the past. Not asking for the job outright, but using his presence to beg just enough to receive an offer. But what they offer him was not a wage, but a fight. It turns out this male has been getting harassed by this gang for the last few weeks. And the gang, knowing that they can't fight back, was doing them just like these.
Shit, now what? What? Do something, bitch! Do something!
And they have no other choice but to ask Hitman for help. And Hitman agrees to train all the workers in the steel mill to be able to fight back against them. And watching is really hilarious. They about to have grandma over here hitting Tekken moves. Damn, my fault, OG. And they did this just to make sure when that gang of bullies comes back,
nigga taught the whole town.
The gang of
how
bullies
to get
comes
down.
back, and this is where we find out that the leader of the gang is actually Jin. This like when a mini boss come back later in the game with some new moves. I'm crying. And a new addition to his gang is Yuan, the brother of Lin from earlier that has disappeared ever since the restaurant incident. And seeing this actually fried me. You got pantsied in front of the whole gang and legitimately left town. I don't even know if I can blame him. If something like this happened in front of the Huz, if I'm not...
How you niggas town? Niggas sought you out and you stopped coming around. I'm the hell up.
Leaving the state the next day, I'm airing the whole room out, so I can't even blame them for this decision. But they pull up to the mill and they see all the workers posted up, and Jin is obviously not impressed. You really came out here with grandmas thinking you gonna run the fade with me? Man, I'll smoke y'all niggas. And the kid was really talking like, what? Nah, I'm fried. Even Jin looking at him crazy. He immediately hopped to Spurs. And Jin's gang did not take that lightly. Someone needs to humble that little shit. With one of them walking up on bro, but he gets dealt with easily. With everybody in the back following suit.
Everybody pulls it out.
Ready to rumble. And everybody gets to scrapping. Block carry deflect. He's putting up a good fight, but his body clearly still ain't used to this. Yaga! Kicking him down, and we move on to Shawty in the back. And she really out here moving insane. Pushing him off and hitting the sonic rings out of him. Hit that parry weave and just started blocking everything
I hear this too.
I'm like, damn, auntie.
She getting down.
And the hands out here was really E for everyone. It was actually shocking me. This man really hit a deflect, pull down, and a kick right on this mama. And this is right before this little girl gets slammed in the face. Nah, why these niggas out here moving like Chris Brown? Everyone fighting in the mill, whole house mad, and that's when it decides to show up. And he's out here clearing folk with ease.
I came here to collect, and you niggas is getting in the way. You clearly want problems, and I got them, so we gonna give it to you. Everybody is here for
Ended it
work.
with a crucial combo. Weave, bitch, get back. Knocking that boy out, and he really calls ISO on the rest of the gang. Same hand signal and all. And now I'm crying. Hitman is so powerful. You got niggas in the back walking away just off his stare.
Because he knows what time it is.
Jin's not trying to...
I mean, he did fight against him, but fucking that man right there, I forgot his name already, but fucking he got out of there because he was like, oh shit, yeah, that's the reason why he got pantsed and left town anyway, because he was talking that shit. Now all of a sudden you see him come for the defense, he's like, oh yeah, I ain't finna be the next general or what's his name, Grandmaster or Master getting my ass whooped. Fuck that, you got this one.
To get embarrassed again, he gets the whole mob to jump Ip Man. And even with the entire group jumping him, Ip Man is still holding his ground. I'm telling you,
they
he's
got
real life
weapons and
making
all
these
that
niggas
shit.
hit cartwheels mid-fight. Yeah, you just getting
And they got
embarrassed
hammers
right
and
now.
shit.
He is this one with the
He
he starts doing the rest of the gang bad with just his feet and ends up ISOing Jin with a rake. Even though Ip Man has no weapon in hand, he's still Weave Nation certified, taking absolutely no damage and using Donatello's stick to completely immobilize Jin. Jin's telling the Kite Kid to join in the fight, and even Ip Man's telling him, nah, you don't gotta do this.
Don't do
and
this.
Against his better judgment,
You know
he
you don't
jumps
want
in
this
and with
issue.
just a stick. Ip Man embarrasses them both. This whipping him like a parent with the shankla. And you can see how he does them right here. Weaves the poke. Back-to-back hits. Jin runs around to backdoor him, only to get hit with a behind-the-back block and a slap on the side. And he started just whacking these niggas for days. Gets 4 consecutive hits. Reversal down, hit under the rib. And Ip Man slides it down to attack his toes. And he lets it ring in Jin's ear and knocks him flat out.
That's the part that I was thinking about. I was like, doesn't he do that to him in his house? But no, I forgot about this scene. Okay.
With utter ease. But Ip Man puts the whole gang down and they run out of the mill, leaving only Yuan behind.
Yeah.
Ip Man speaks to him outside and said, yo, your brother was looking for you this whole time. Man, brother or not, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, but he's not here anymore. He's dead. So do with that what you will, and here's your kite back, bitch ass nigga.
I just want to let you know he still mess with you. With Ip Man not only telling him that his brother has passed away, but giving Yuan a gift he left behind for him, the kite from the beginning of the movie. And that pushes Yuan to straight tears. And with the mill side quest finally complete, we could officially move on.
0 rings.
And when we get back, we see the policeman getting whooped. All because the Japanese have lost their patience. They're looking for Ip Man now. And the Japanese get increasingly desperate,
like
going around destroying the entire town until Ip Man arrives to turn himself in. They put him in jail, and we find out that he's not in here because he killed all those Japanese fighters, but because the general wants to run a fade. Nah, I guess anime was not lying. The Japanese will really run a fade with anything in sight. Instead of getting mad that his men got killed, this nigga acting like he turned on. Talking about something, you're an incredible fighter. For a Chinese, I can't wait to get in the ring with you.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
Like, bro, tell me this don't sound intimate as hell in any other context. But Ip Man's being forced to fight the general in front of an
I've tried
entire...
that shit. Do you see how he just stood up? I'm gonna turn the volume down and run the clip back. Look at how this nigga stood up from the ankles, bro. That shit is hard than a motherfucker to do. Like it's too quick. Hold on, let me go back. I'm gonna slow it down. Oh, nigga, you gay. Look at this shit, dude. Look at how the fuck did you stand up like this, guy? Oh, this is too far back. I'm sorry. We just gonna have to sit and watch it though, because I ain't gonna keep skipping around this shit. Is my spacebar still paused? Oh, okay, no, so it's not. Okay, cool. I thought my spacebar was still my end key. But look at how he fucking. How the fuck did he? You know how like when people are in that like knee, they're sitting on their knees with their hands on the like top of their knees. They're like they're sitting down basically in like a prayer position, and that nigga stood to his feet often. Like that shit is hard as hell. You gotta have all kind of conditioning and all, bruh. I don't know what else you need, but you can try it if you want to. It's not...
being forced to fight the general in front of an entire crowd, and the wife's out here in tears, reminiscing on how she always hated when Ip Man had to fight, but now she regrets it because she did not allow him to reach his fullest potential. It's a great character moment out of her, but shorty, you don't even gotta worry. Ip Man is more than prepared for this task.
Right,
Him and Ip Man square off,
shit.
and they get straight to the match. We started off with a long kick, weave. They start punching in a flurry like they some
yep.
Dragon Ball characters.
Ooh.
Block, 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 low, block, slapped. And if you're really looking like this mid-match, you know it's over. When Miura gets back up and he real life starts slowly shifting over to bro. Boy, if you don't like, dog, we see you, buddy. You not slick. But the get back becomes immaculate. Block, block, block. Double weave. Miura starts pushing him back to the edge. And
this shit is
some
hard as
straight
fuck too.
cheat codes somehow uses his body weight to not fall off the ring. I don't know how the hell you finesse this, bro, but I mean, I guess. Hitman gets himself back, and these two are running the most elite fade in the entire movie. We get two hits,
this is the part where he starts getting a little bit of a
punch at the
pushback
same time. He loves these. I don't know what this is, but I mean, sure. Weave, deflect, us blocking. They start going back to back until Hitman baits him to move his leg, only to slam his side with the Brazilian kick. He got one clean hit off. He's trying to get two. Deflected. He's spinning around his body and keeping a distance like it's quarantine.
I'm over here moving like they swinging at me and shit.
Right
like,
here goes for a shot to the chest, but that don't work. With Miura grabbing him and flipping him across the arena, and he kicks him before he can even recover. Miura keeps attacking with his feet, but Hitman hits a move straight out of Dance Dance Revolution to block and push him back at the same time. His ability to attack and defend at the same time is truly an art form, and we see it at full display right here. All you see is a parry, 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 like they playing patty kick or something. Miura tries to grab him, but we throwing hands, not hugs, nigga. Liver shot, reversal, slap. Hitman starts beating this man on the floor, and Miura's barely
he's
even
doing the
able
Gatling
to
gun
defend.
hit now. Yep.
And when Miura kicks him to get back up, this is where Hitman truly spazzes on bro. Dodge kick and beats him back all the way to the pole. And he starts hitting the craziest combo known to man.
Treats him like the wooden man.
For its movie. It is absolutely insane. You get shots in a slap. And he just starts beating this
They actually slow it down in the movie for this part too. It's bing.
And Hitman pins him down for the win. The fight ends with Hitman getting shot in front of the crowd. Hitman's out there lying on the floor, and the entire crowd ends up rioting. They all begin to fight back. The policeman even gets a kill.
Got his get back.
The movie ends right here. We get a little text scroll afterwards.
He said, "This is for
Oh,
China."
what the hell? I thought we was gonna get something a little bit more conclusive. He just gets murked, even though he doesn't actually die. All in all, this is one of the greatest action movies I've ever seen. 1000% go watch Hitman for yourself. If this video does well, I would love to do this.
The martial arts movies is such a foundational thing in some people's upbringing, man. It is just like, even though some of them be looking fake, even if you can look past the fake, or like if you're able to immerse in the film properly, bro, it's really like that. So I would also advise you guys take a look. Thank you, Zeph, for bringing another video. And without further ado, I'm gonna just step out of here. I'm done with reactions for the night. So whenever next time is, bro, see y'all there. So I hope y'all have a good one. Peace.